Welcome to MusiCity Kids. My name is Tamara with Love in a Big World, and I am so glad you're here with us today. We are committed to helping you grow strong in mind, body, and heart. Today we're talking about creativity. Creativity is thinking of new ideas, dreaming of what can be. And did you know that your creativity can set the whole world singing and dancing? It's true. And I don't know about you, but I think our big world could use a whole lot more joy, singing and dancing. So let's get started. Throughout the show, I'll be giving you tips about how to be creative because I'm a creative. That means that I'm an artist. I make up stuff all the time. I dream of new ideas, and sometimes my friends are like, Tamara, that's a great idea. And other times they're like, Tamara, okay, let's think about that. You know, I'm creating all the time, whether it's music or stories or books or TV shows or you name it. I'm creating it. I even paint. Yeah. So I'm creating all the time. And so I'll share some of my tips and maybe that will get your creative juices flowing. You're going to have a lot of extra time over the holidays to do some of your creative work. And there's not a better way to kick off the new year than sharing that joy. All right, so to get us started today, we've got a special exercise time with Morris Jamison. So get up and get moving.
Hey, this is Morris Jamison from Pray and Exercise, and I want to talk to you today about the importance of, balance. See how hard that was? Balance. Balance is a very important thing in our lives. The balance of eating healthy, the balance of treating your friends right, treating your family right, the balance of going to school, playing sports. Life is a balancing act. All right? So I want to show you a couple of exercises that require balance. One of them is a lunge. All right? Lunge. All right? Balance. All right? Squat. Lift the leg. Squat. Lift the leg. All right? Balance. All right? And standing on one leg requires balance. Standing on the other leg requires, balance. All right. So listen, if you don't get anything else out of what I am saying to you today, I want you to understand that although balance is a challenge, balance is an important part of living a healthy life. All right? So this is Morris Jamison from Pray and Exercise. Have an amazing rest of the day, an amazing rest of this year. Bye now.
All right, so like Morris said, we've got to practice our balance. That means avoiding extremes. One of the things that I found that helps me be really creative is to make sure that I'm not just work all the time, but I'm taking time to play. Whether that means getting outside and taking a walk or hanging with my kids, playing with the dog. I mean, I find all sorts of fun things to do, and that energizes me to be creative. So here's an idea from our new friend Nadia about what we can do outdoors. Take a look.
Hi MusiCity kids! The other day I went on a hike and decided to film some of the things I saw. In these woods I usually hear a lot of unique sounding birds, so this time I did some research on the park and found out what species of birds live here. As I was walking, I recorded some bird sounds on my phone, so that's what you'll be hearing throughout the video. The first species of bird is called a barred owl. This is one of the most common types of owls that can be seen in this area. It is active during the day and may be seen quietly perched on a tree limb above the trails. Groups of 3 or more sometimes communicate with a series of howls and squawks. These owls fly in complete silence, which helps them hunt for rodents and small birds, and they also feed on snails and frogs. The second type of bird that lives here is the pileated woodpecker. This woodpecker is the size of a crow with a striking red crest at the top of its head. It carves long rectangular furrows in dead trees searching for insects, and it digs out a distinctive rectangular nest. It also has a loud and clear call that can be heard for miles in the forest. The third type of bird that can be seen in this park is the eastern bluebird. This close relative of the robin is usually associated with open fields where it uses nest boxes to raise 3 babies per year. They are found along woodland and road edges, nesting in natural holes in the trees. Males are sky blue with a chestnut-colored chest, and the females have a duller grayish color. These birds sing a low-pitched song and eat insects and seeds. The last bird I'll talk about is an American goldfinch. This small yellow and black bird varies in color depending on the season. In the winter, the yellow becomes a dull green. Males look similar to the females but have more feathers. These birds mainly eat seeds and use weeds and vines as nest material. Like the bluebird, it is easy to spot in open fields, but can be seen in flight or on treetops singing like a canary. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the videos from my hike and learning about these cool birds. I encourage you to get outside as often as you can. You can find some beautiful places to explore and learn about. So next time you're out in nature, see if you can take some cool pictures, videos, or you could even just listen to the sounds around you. Listen for unique animal sounds, listen to the wind in the trees. The more you take notice of what's around you, the more you can understand and appreciate your environment. Thanks again for watching. Back to you, Tamara.
Thanks, Nadia. Another thing that I have found that really helps me think of new ideas and dream of what can be is making sure that my body is in tip-top shape. That means I've got to get plenty of sleep, eat healthy food, and exercise. And not only exercise my body, but exercise my mind. I gotta stay sharp. So here's something fun to do with Jacob of hand-eye body coordination to help us keep our minds and bodies in tip-top shape.
Hi everyone, today's hand-eye coordination is the last in our series where we're throwing 2 balls up at the same time and catching them. This time we're going to add a cognitive thinking piece that's a little tricky, but a lot of fun. Instead of just throwing them up and down each time, you're gonna switch by one hand just brings the ball up with your hand holding it while the other hand throws it, like this. So the balls look like they're going in the same pattern, but this time one of the hands is holding the ball. And let's switch it. Take your time, you can practice this a lot longer than I'm demonstrating. Now, see if you can alternate back and forth which hand throws and which hand holds the ball. Try to match the height and the timing. So even when you're holding the ball, it goes up and down at the same height and the same speed. All right, here's the final step to this drill. You're gonna alternate through 3 cycles. Both up together. Left hand holds the ball, right hand holds the ball. Both up together, left hand holds, right hand holds. Both up together, left hand holds, right hand holds. So see if you can keep going with that for a few rounds. Get comfortable. Don't worry if you drop, just pick it right back up. Have fun with that one, and we'll see you next time.
That was fun, Jacob. Thanks. All right, now I've got a story for you to read today. It's Duke Ellington by Andrea Davis Pinkney. Do you know about Duke Ellington? Well, he is one of the greatest jazz musicians of all times. And during the 1930s and 40s, his creativity did set the whole world singing and dancing. So read this book and find out more about this incredible musician. And as you read it, I want you to think about this. What did Duke Ellington use to create? And what types of compositions did he write? And then think about this. If Duke Ellington was such a big impact in his generation, whose music do you think is impacting our time in that same way? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to leave your comments below. All right, next, we've got our own jazz musician, Lori Meacham from the Nashville Jazz Workshop, to share a special song just for you.
Hi, this is Lori Meacham from the Nashville Jazz Workshop. I am the education director and founder of Nashville's first jazz school. And I'm so excited to be here and to share with you a little bit about generosity, which is the theme today. So this is a song I'd like to play for you called Blue Skies from the composer Irving Berlin. The lyric is, blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my, how they fly by. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Isn't that great? So I'm going to play it for you. I'm not going to sing it for you. All right. Thanks so much. And back to you, Tamara.
Now I've got a secret for you. Lori Meacham is one of my teachers. When I was a student at the Nashville Jazz Workshop, I took several classes with Lori. And one of the things that I have found is that receiving instruction from masters like Lori and others really sparks my creativity. We've got to always keep learning and keep growing. That helps us create even better. All right, now we're going to do some hands-on art projects. And sometimes You know, when you're a creative person like you and me, we like to do all kinds of creative things. We like to paint and write and sing and dance. And one thing just inspires and encourages us to do the other. So here's a special project with Miss LaWanna.
Hey, MusiCity kids. Well, it's looking like Christmas in my home. I'm getting decorated and I'm super excited about the holidays, even though I'm going to have a virtual Christmas with my family because of the pandemic. I'll have to be here in Nashville and I won't be able to travel home for the holidays, but I'm going to make the best of it. And I hope you're having a great holiday too. I've got a great craft that's going to make you smile. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's grab our scissors. You're gonna need a black marker, construction paper, orange, red, and black, and your white paint to start. Let's paint the entire toilet paper roll white. I hope you've been enjoying these crafts that we've been using things around the house and not having to go out and buy special stuff. You've got plenty of things at the house, I'm sure, to make art with. Let's set that aside to dry. And then we're going to start cutting out our shapes. So we're going to need a piece of the orange and we're trimming that up to sort of be like an ellipse. And then a long strip of the red, thin strip, and cut it kind of on the ends like 2 or 3 times and kind of give it some character. And then we're going to cut out a square and trim that square up a little bit to give it a little shape so it's not just so straight, okay? Give it a little shape. Put that to the side and then grab your cotton ball that I didn't mention you're gonna need. And then you're gonna ball up a piece of that cotton ball, add a little craft glue and add it to the side. Stick it to the side of your toilet paper roll. And a little red paint. And go ahead and paint that cotton ball on each side. In a moment here, you're probably gonna guess what this winter character is. Let's start gluing our pieces on. There's our little orange piece, and then I'm going to give it some eyes. All right, and then a little mouth, but the mouth is going to be sort of like little dots all the way around to make a smile. I think you're probably figuring out that this is maybe Frosty the Snowman. Yeah. Okay, this red strip is actually his little scarf. That's why we cut it a few times on the end to give it more of a scarf look. I'm going to add some dots at the bottom, a little larger, and that's his buttons. And then we're going to put on his top hat. All right. And I think that's it. There's Frosty. Back to you, Tamara.
Now here at MusiCity Kids, we're all about helping you grow strong in mind, body, and heart. And did you know that one of the ways that you can be more creative is by taking care of your body? Dr. JPOP's going to tell us more about that.
Hey everybody, so today I want to talk to you about listening to your body. Your body is actually pretty amazing. There are these nerve endings and receptors that run all through you, and they tell you when you're hungry, when you're thirsty, when you have to go to the bathroom. Yes, all of those nerve endings take in all of the information, and then they send signals to you to let you know how you are feeling. Well, sometimes you need signals that it's time to rest too. I know during quarantine, I've been able to stay home, to rest, to do some of the things that I love. And even though it hasn't been part of my normal routine, or I haven't had to do all of the things that I usually do, my body's really enjoyed that time. So sometimes you can get wrapped up in all of the activities that you have and the sports that you're a part of and the to-do list and your schoolwork, and your body gets wrapped up in a routine. And because we don't take the time to listen to it, we don't know when we actually need to take a break. So if there's one thing that I want you to learn from this time that we have spent at home, it's even when outside is open and we're back to our regular schedule, I want you to take time to see how your body feels, okay? Because the more in tune you are with how it feels, the more you can give it what it needs. All right? So become aware of what your body is telling you.
Welcome to Janet's Planet. Your hands may look clean.
Hey, Miss Janet.
But they might just be a germ farm.
Yeah!
If you don't wash your hands correctly.
Who knew that was there?
Get your hands good and wet. Then take the soap, washing all the surfaces, the fronts, the backs, in between the fingers. Do it every time. You can sing the happy birthday song twice or the ABC song once. Regular hand washing is a fairly new concept. Back in the 1800s, doctors didn't always wash their hands before treating patients.
Say ah!
Ah! And that meant the transfer of germs. Soap is a cleansing agent. It cleans and removes germs. Bacterium sticks to the soap's fatty acids and then is enclosed in droplets of water and washed away. And if no soap is available, use hand sanitizer until you can wash with soap and water. Let your mind revolve around this thought. Clean hands are all in the wash. And that's the view from Janet's Planet.
All right, friends, remember, you've got to wash those hands. Yep. All right, so now here's some spoken word from my friends at Love in a Big World.
Creating worlds with ideas, writing stories, visioning. Life is canvas and we like brush express what the mind sees, illustrating what is within. Innovation carried in my being, artistic expression. I can speak and my words can give life. Write and my ideas can send readers into distant lands, draw them into it with pen. Color into portrait, envision what could be, make others see. Like Maya, tell you why the caged birds sing. Paint pictures with words, yes, words, they also hold color. They dance like rhythm to poetry causing movement. Rap, paint like strokes of brushes with color. Canvases daunting ideas birth. Dreamers imagining what could be. Seeing beyond what is already. Creativity.
So creativity is thinking of new ideas and dreaming of what can be. What can you create? Sometimes it helps us to look at the creative works of others who've gone before. Yeah, I've got some creative heroes. People like George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, or Stan Lee, all those Marvel comics. He started that. Or Ella Fitzgerald and how she sang. You know, there's so much creativity all around us in this big world. One of my favorite creatives, especially at this time of year, Dr. Seuss. And he said, Christmas will always be as long as we stand heart to heart and hand in hand. And I know this holiday season is very different than ones that we've experienced before because of this pandemic, but I'm sure you can use your creativity to think of new ways to keep in touch and stay connected with people you love, whether they're friends or family in your town or people across the country or around the world. I believe in you. That's why we do what we do with MusiCity Kids, to help you grow strong in mind, body, and heart. Make it a good day, and we'll see you next time for our very special holiday edition. Oh, and one more thing. We've got a very special Love in a Big World holiday box, so go to www.loveinabigworld.org to learn more. We'd love to stay connected with you all year long. We love you. See you next time.